What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets Radio, the day after a very frustrating loss. Thank you to everybody that's been interacting with us, leaving us feedback, comments, going back and forth with us on social media. We definitely appreciate it. After a day of getting all kinds of tweets, I just figured I'd respond in a video because it's probably a lot easier. To me, the same old Jets narrative, that comes from people that are just lazy or just like being miserable, because there's nothing same old Jets about this team, starting with the head coach. When the team hired Adam Gase, we knew it was going to be a train wreck, and it was. There was other things in the past they knew when they occurred that it was going to be a nightmare. This coaching staff has been nothing but inspiring. They have a blueprint. They have a plan. And if we all remember, we all said before this season started, this is a 5 or 6 win team. It could be ugly early because you have a first-time head coach, first-time coordinator, rookie quarterback, and you're overhauling a lot of parts of your roster. It wasn't going to be pretty. The goal was to get better as the season played out, be playing much better football in November, December, be competitive, and most importantly, have your quarterback play much better in November, December, and everything else. Build around them, develop them, groom them, and let it all play out. So the whole same old Jets thing is just so ridiculous, and it's just so. I think a lot of people saying it aren't even Jet fans, but they just like to say it because we've been one of the worst teams in football. We haven't made the playoffs in eons, so I get it. But that narrative is just stupid. Secondly, this whole Cam Newton thing, what in the world do you want to bring Cam Newton in here for? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. You want to bring him in to start? Why? What is that, a one-year Band-Aid, if he even is that? I don't understand it. Now, I'm a person that wants a veteran quarterback to be a backup for Zach Wilson. I've said it from the beginning. I wanted Nick Foles. I wanted a variety of different guys. I don't even mind Josh Johnson, because if the kid gets overwhelmed and the game becomes too big for him, you take him out, you bring in a veteran that can run the offense, and you keep your team competitive. It's not about trying to win games. It's trying to be competitive. So, to me, Cam Newton would be a complete distraction, would take away from any kind of development from Zach Wilson, and it'd be a nightmare. Like, I don't even understand it. Like, what do you want to do? You're trying to win games now with a completely young, rebuilding team and sacrifice the development of your young quarterback? The reason for a veteran quarterback is when he walks off the field on a day like yesterday, if a Nick Foles is there, you can sit and talk to him. Other than Mike LaFleur, other than Calabrese, the quarterback coach, just say, hey, man, I've been here before. This is what I do. You know, kind of give him like just a State of the Union there or something. But it's not happening. So I understand that aspect. Cam Newton is not the answer whatsoever. That'd be the stupidest goddamn thing this team can do. Secondly, I don't give a rat's ass about Sam Darnold anymore. I don't know why. Everybody's so infatuated, like, well, the Jets made a mistake, and this proves it. How does it prove it? Do you understand where the Jets are right now and where the Carolina Panthers are right now? Carolina is in year 2 of their rebuild. They have one of the best running backs in football. They have everything already established. A couple playmakers, with Robbie Anderson and the other receiver. It's apples and oranges. And it's also year 4 for Sam Darnold. How can you compare year 4 of Sam Darnold to the second game of a rookie quarterback? At some point, as Jet fans, stop being that miserable prick saying, I told you so, when you're only embarrassing yourself after 2 games. Sam is gone. Get over it. He had a couple good games. Good for him. It's apples and oranges situation. We completely blown up our entire organization, and we're trying to rebuild it. The Panthers are in year 2. Sam is 2-3 years ahead of Zach Wilson, and that's why he's playing whatever he's doing. So I genuinely don't care. Like, Zach Wilson's got a lot of talent, and there's going to be days like yesterday. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. And it sucks. And it sucks to sit through it more than anything. It's miserable, especially when it was a winnable game. But stop with the Sam Darnold stuff, and stop giving into the media talking about him. It makes no sense. Like, do you like just being miserable people? I don't understand it. And now you're shitting on a quarterback after 2 games, which is wild. Now, I sat there yesterday. I'm not going to lie to you. I was beyond frustrated because I've seen this before. I was at Geno Smith's game when he melted down against the Buffalo Bills. I saw the Sanchez disasters. I've seen a lot of bad quarterback play over the years. But, it's just like this is part of the learning process. And we said it all along. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows. Enjoy the highs, understand the lows. And yesterday was an ultimate low. But what you also know is the kid's a fighter. He studies tape, and they got to figure things out. They also got to figure things out as an offense. The offensive coordinator. How can I help him? What can I do? How can we change things? It's all a process. But look, and then I'll go to this with the whole booing thing. And listen, man, MetLife Stadium is what it is. But yesterday, the crowd was electric. Everybody's excited. We haven't been to the stadium for a year. Home opener, the place was just awesome. Beautiful weather. Fireman had the crowd rocking. And the Jets, they laid it down on offense. And it just wasn't pretty. It's frustrating. So you pay a lot of money for your seats. you're sitting there, you're getting frustrated, and you're watching the team you're watching the quarterback basically melt under the sun. And it's tough. And to make matters worse, you then are surrounded by Patriot fans. Like, I had 2 rows in front of me. You have them all around. They're doing their chant. And it's just like, you're sitting and you're like, man, like, it gets annoying, especially for longtime season ticket holders, longtime fans, where you've seen this before. To react out of frustration or just being angry, how can you blame anybody? Like, I don't judge somebody. Listen, if you want to sit here and boo because you're pissed off, if they're seeing a 4th interception, if they're watching your team lose a game that was quite winnable, if they're losing your 11th game in a row, the Patriots, I get it. It's fine. Listen, be pissed. I was pissed. But then I understand, you know what? It is what it is. This is where we are. I wasn't expecting playoffs this year anyway. To be honest, I thought the Jets were going to lose yesterday anyway. So what happened was worse than I thought it was going to be, but I expected a loss. I wanted to see a competitive game. I wanted to see Zach play well. It didn't happen. But for the people that boo, good, so be it, dude. Garrett Cole got booed. Derek Jeter's been booed. Lindor's gotten booed. Who gives a shit at this point? So now we get, oh, well, Jet fans have no class, this and that. Listen, stop. It's easy to pile on Jet fans, but the only thing is, it's the most loyal fan base out there because we haven't won jack shit in years. Years. They've given us nothing to be proud of for years. We've had no identity. We've had ghost games. We've had butt fumbles. We have one of the worst coaches in football. The ownership's been a question. The stadium's a joke. There's not a lot to hang our hat on. So, like, can you blame us for being angry and miserable sometimes? But to start to say, oh, these fans aren't good, the poor quarterback and all this. Listen, man, this is, first of all, it's the NFL, and this is New York. Sometimes it's going to be tough playing here, and that's the way it is. But when you play well, you're the king of the castle. You're the king of the city. But, so it's just, I'm tired of just, now it's like, fans are talking about Jet fans, how bad they are, and all this and all that. Dude, losing is tough for everybody, especially when you're 0-2, especially in this market, especially when you have a negative media that's just waiting to pile on. Half these friggin' articles that came out today were probably written 2 months ago with these media members dying to have this happen. So they can say, oh, I told you so, here's the question. They want to fuel the fires, fuel the masses, and just piss everybody off and get more clicks. So, listen, I was mad yesterday. I was disappointed. I was frustrated, but I understand. And then going into this week against the Broncos, I know we're not winning that game, or we're not going to be favored. I think the spread's already 11, and it could be another tough day with 2 very good pass rushers. So here we are, and it's just, I mean, at some point we got to understand that it's a true rebuild, it's going to suck, and we have to be patient. And I understand that nobody wants to be patient. We're tired of losing, and I get it. But this is what it is. Look at the roster, look where we are, look at just all the change we're trying to do. It's not going to happen overnight, unfortunately. It's just not. So, I don't know what else to say here. I'm trying to respond to all these comments. It's just been so wild all day long. And, Joe Douglas this, Coach Sala that, Zach Wilson this. And there's actually some positives, man. The young corners are playing very well. C.J. Mosley's flying around. Marcus May is doing some things. And then, before you start saying, hey, Elijah Moore can't do this, Veer Tucker can't do this, whatever else, let them play football. It's been 2 games. You have 15 more to go. A lot of these evaluations aren't going to be finalized till the end of next year. Not this year, next year. So give it a break. I mean, it's just is like, I love being a Jet fan. A lot of times it's fun, the back and forth. But some days like today, it's just embarrassing because some of these takes, man, it's just, we're better than this. We are. We know better. It's good to be mad in the moment, but then like open your eyes back up and say, okay, I know where we are. I'm frustrated, but let's bounce back. I'm so pissed off I can't even talk. Talk to you guys later.